Dungeons and Dragons fans have long awaited a proper live action adaptation. After a couple of films, an animated show, and things like that, they may be getting another attempt at an adaptation. I think for many folks, Honor Among Thieves had a lot of stuff that people like, but still fell short. I know for folks like me, going back to the original cartoon and seeing a live action commercial has been more exciting than most of the things that we've been promised. To be honest, obviously, this is really a lot more of what I'd like to see. So here's the news from Deadline. Dungeons and Dragons live action series, The Forgotten Realms, is in works at Netflix from Shawn Levy, Drew Crivello, and Hasbro. Now, if you remember, Hasbro had kind of given up E1 over to Lionsgate during their sort of massive sell off. Lionsgate kind of made out on that deal, but it's interesting to see all of these things coming together to see something happen. This is a film that hasn't really earned a ton of money, so now they're going to go back to a TV project. It says Netflix's biggest TV bets in the fantasy space to date. The streamer has taken the development of The Forgotten Realms, a live action Dungeons and Dragons series. The project comes from one of the top producers on the streamer's roster, Shawn Levy, Stranger Things, Deadpool and Wolverine, and of course, Drew Cavello, who does We Crashed and the Hasbro Entertainment Group. I want to zoom in here to show you a little bit more about the detail. Quote, as the title suggests, the proposed series will take place in the iconic campaign setting and centerpiece of the Dungeons & Dragons universe, a fantasy world released in 1987, become a home to some of the brand's most famous characters and launched some of the D&D's most popular adventures. The source material for the 2023 Honor Among Thieves comes from within the realm's setting. So it's not really clear if it's going to be tied to that movie at all or anything like that, but I feel like they're going to source material that they're going to try to adapt. So Crivello wrote the pilot. He's going to be the showrunner, executive produced by Levy. The reps at Hasbro, they really haven't commented on anything like that. But basically, since E1 was made launching into live action D&D series a top priority, Netflix has been the logical place for it to go. The article does continue to go on to realize that they reached out to Levy to kind of tap him because of success for Stranger Things. That actually kind of excited me as well because I feel like maybe that is a chance that we'll see a younger main cast, something that will feel a little more attuned to the fun and chaos that we saw with the animated show, and really can bring in some new people to D&D, a younger audience, a new generation of fans. The article does also chronicle the storied history of this project. Red Notice filmmaker Ross and Marshall Thurber had worked with Crivello on having a direct to Paramount Plus series, but that kind of got put on the shelf because Honor Among Thieves. Now, nothing moved forward because everything with Paramount and E1 and Lionsgate, everything kind of changed hands. A ton of money moved around. So this is the first real sign we've seen of something that actually has moved forward with Levy being attached. Now, I don't know what you guys think. I have sort of kind of mixed feelings on anything in this era, but I will say at least Shawn Levy's done some really good stuff. And I feel like that whatever Crivello's ties is to D&D, it sounds like he has been a fan. I'm sure folks can find us some great quotes or some perspective on that to know more about where he actually lies on some of these modern sensibilities, if you will. All right, I'm not going to pretend to be some sort of D&D expert, but I have read a little bit here what it says about Forgotten Realms. It was created by Ed Greenwood even before D&D was a big thing. He began writing stories back for the D&D magazine Dragon in the 1970s, selling the property over to D&D back in 1986. Now, it's a more open-ended than some of the D&D settings, kind of like Dragonlance is. So notable characters include a dark elf and some of the popular fantasy novels that are sort of inspiration, if you will, R.A. Salvatore. You'll have the barbarians and wizards and all the things that we want. And some of the things that are kind of in the D&D lore, I think we felt because there was this big surge for Baldur's Gate series that went to video game and stuff that people did enjoy about Honor Among Thieves. But of course, D&D has been riddled with controversy. Obviously, with the activists that have been out there trying to draw metaphors that aren't there about orcs and other things and talking about what you can and can't do and just over policing fandom. And I don't think that is anything what we want here. We want something that will draw in fans and just allow for the love of this IP, this franchise, this game that has drawn so many people into it and given them happiness for decades. So, love to hear your thoughts on this and what you would like to see or not see in the comments. Feel free to hit me up on that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pops.